hello there, Papa Ron. How in the world are you this morning?
Doing well for a Saturday, Rod.
Yeah, I like Saturdays. You get to lounge around, him haw around. Anyway, I'm glad today we get to talk. Oh, folks, we appreciate y'all tuning in with us. We always love it when you guys come around and give us your comments, and we've had some real funny comments lately, but well, we had one negative one, but we ain't gonna talk about that one because
No. I want to address it, Rod.
Okay.
You know me.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something.
Okay.
And we're not mad, folks. I mean, anytime, and we always say, hey, we don't claim to know everything on this stuff. And when we say something that we're not even sure of, we always say, hey, maybe somebody can correct us in the comments. Don't we say that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we like the, I don't want to, if you got some criticism or to correct the thing, that's great. But when it gets to name calling and insulting us, our mentality,
we don't have to take that.
Well, and we didn't ban the guy or cut his comment off, but we responded. At least I did with some pretty name calling back. I mean, but it's over in that video.
We stooped down to his level.
You bet I did.
Well, I followed suit. I saw the same comment, and I said, and then after I read yours, I said, well, I'm going to say amen to that, brother.
Well, folks, it's over in that video, Time to Get Serious, just yesterday's, and the guy had a couple good valid points, but he just threw it off by name calling and insinuating that Rod and I are about the dumbest things on the planet, and anyway, it was a term that shouldn't have been used. Yeah. Anyway, enough of that. But yeah, you make all the comments you want, and if you correct us, we're happy about it.
Yeah, we always listen, and we'll give you credit for it. And we appreciate all the foreign people that watch us too, that aren't part of the United States. We love all you guys. I tell you, freedom is everywhere in the world, and we believe in all of it. Hey, and today, or past few days, we talked about, Ron, about how there are a few coins that we feel that could really take us into the future with to help get I don't want to hate to use the word get rid of, but I don't know what else to say, to bring us away from the fiat solution and the corruptions that come with it. But the cryptocurrencies that we got planned to talk about today are the ones that we feel like are going to go into the future and bring us to the 22nd century. And I think that Ron did a good job on it. Ron did most of the studying on it. And
it's coins we've talked about before, you and I, Rod, and it's coins that we're probably invested a little bit in. And we've talked, folks, how they're setting infrastructure up to take this to the next level, and that things are progressing in the crypto world. And it might not replace fiat totally, but there's definitely going to be a change coming. Now, whether it's 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years out, I don't know. But these platforms seem to have positioned themselves in a way to take that on, to take us into the next level of exchanging value one with another.
Yeah.
And we made the comment.
And as of April the 21st, 2018, this is the ones we feel really strong with. Now, next year may be something else, but as of today, these are the ones that we think is going to take us into the next level or the next future.
Yeah, and we realize that you all have your favorite platforms and your favorite tokens and coins, and we're not going to mention every one of them that are good. We can't for time's sake, but these are the ones that we feel show significant, whatever the word I'm looking for is. So anyway, yeah, there is more than what we're going to talk about today. But one thing we do realize is that getting into this exchange of value, we're going to need some coins that we can use as a currency to exchange value. And some of the top four, we already kind of know what they are. Bitcoin, they have the name recognition out there and the infrastructure behind them to carry this momentum forward. And they're part of Segregated Witness. They've taken that on, and I think they're working with the Lightning Network. So there could be some positive things happen with that. But right now,
plus it's the granddaddy.
It's still the big cheese on the block. You're right. When you talk about crypto in a lot of these other countries, other than maybe Europe and Australia and the U.S., when you mention crypto, it's Bitcoin. That's the name they know. So, and then a second one would be Litecoin, obviously. And there's been so much hype on Litecoin. Everybody seems to be hodling it right now. Of course, they're
I am.
Yeah, they've got the cheapest fees and the quickest platform, and they're also experimenting with Lightning Network. I mean, they're a top contender for a currency taking this into the next level. Yeah. And I think a lot of people realize that. And then you got Bitcoin Cash. Now, they got a hard fork coming up, May 15th, Rod. And we're going to do a separate video on that. But the only thing that kind of threw me off, I think they're going to Bitcoin ABC will be the name. But they're getting rid of Segregated Witness. And they're going to increase the block size is how they're going to solve their scalability issues. And this is how they see that the future should be done. So we're not going to belabor this, but I'm going to take issue with that, I think. And maybe we'll discuss that when we get talking about their hard fork. So Bitcoin Cash is in the running, I think, and Ethereum. Ethereum runs on the Ethereum platform. It's needed to power their smart contracts and to make everything function there. So, and
there's a lot of other coins that are on their platform. They carry a lot of.
They have a real world use. They sure do. And those four, interesting enough, are the four tokens that are offered by Coinbase. And they're kind of in the running. And you have two of them on Gemini, and I think they're trying to get the other two approved, or at least I think I've heard that they're maybe talking about taking the other two on, which would be Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash. And Rod, we just talked in the last couple of days about Coinbase, and I can't remember the company they just bought.
What is that?
.earn or earn.com but interesting enough, in the comments that the CEO of Coinbase said, he said, what we got with this platform by purchasing this was a gentleman that is probably the most talented person in the crypto industry as far as coding and putting all this together. Well, what does that tell you? I mean, it tells you that guy's talent was worth more than his platform to Coinbase.
Yeah.
Why? Because they want to position themselves for futuristic use. I mean, they know where this thing is headed, folks. Coinbase is there. Everybody's kind of positioned themselves. They're all kind of setting the stage for what's coming. Now, Rod, we or at least I do. I remember and you'll remember it too. There used to be a little quote. Now I can't even think of it. Anyway, so we need currencies for what this is coming. I'm just terrible. And the thing is you're so much older than I am, and you remember more than I do. I need to start taking that. I need to start taking that C60 with you.
Yeah, there you go.
So let's get into some of these tokens that we feel might be beneficial, at least their platforms. And the first one we have up, folks, is Populous.
Yeah.
And Rod, maybe you can go over the price and maybe how many tokens are out there, and I don't know.
Okay. Currency supply is 37 million. Total circulating supply, the total supply is 53 million. So that's not very many. So I think that can have the possibility of being pretty high as the price can go up pretty high. Right now it's only at $28.57. It's up by 7%, almost 8, which makes it pretty good.
Sorry, folks, I had the wrong tab pulled up, but it's up now.
And if we go on the, so you want to put it on the 3-month?
I've got it on there.
3-month, okay. Yep, 3-month. It's not doing too bad. It's at $30.
Had some volume hit just recently, and
yeah,
it's up. Well, folks, let me tell you about Populus and why we think they've got a foothold in the future here. Populus is working on a platform basically that's called invoice contracting, I think. And what it is, and Rod, you and I have both been in business, and we know how this works. Anytime if you're out selling a company product, they always want like net 30 or net 60 or net 15. And these and Rod, your business ran on that. You were always 30 to 60 days behind on all the money that was owed you.
Yep. And if it was a big corporation or government, it was 60 to 90 days behind.
Yeah, they just take that long to pay, and of course they use your money in that time. And of course, how you try to encourage them to pay quicker. Do you remember what you used to do, Rod?
I used to give them like a percent off.
2% discount, huh?
If they paid within 30 days.
Yeah, so it encourages them.
In fact, on some of them we'd have 15 days. It was 15, and then after that you get. Yeah, because we always took advantage of that when we bought from companies, because after a while it all adds up and you get a big discount. Yeah.
So what Populus wants to do is they want to decentralize all this invoicing globally. They want to say, hey, let's get on here. We're going to hook a buyer up to buy that contract, that invoice from you for a certain amount of money. And let's say it's 5-10% discount. Well, now you get your cash flow, Rod. You get your money immediately so you can keep it working. And this guy is going to sit on that contract now for the 30 days and then make that whatever percentage is worked out.
Yeah.
So this is, in business world, folks, this net 30 and net 60 is huge. Everybody seems to work on that. Even when I had my little candy distribution route, I mean, most of these grocery stores I went into, they wanted terms. They weren't going to pay right up front. So anyway, this is kind of Populus's idea. They want to go and solve that and work on these invoices. Anyway, I think it's a great idea.
Okay.
Then we got Cardano.
Well, Cardano now, circulating supply on that one is 25,927,000. They're at 28 cents. They're down by 2.78%. Yeah, look at that.
Well, the most recent news on them, Rob, that I've heard is that Centra cards are now accepting ADA, and they have 38 million locations that take Centra cards. So I think this is pretty big news right now. So it helps the whole industry, kind of. But ADA, Cardano, is a person-to-person type operations.
Sorry.
And their benefit is they work on things in real time. So you don't need to download anything. It's kind of they have an inner ledger. So, if you pull up something, it's right there. It's real time. There's no download thing. At least this is the way I understand their platform to be. So this could be huge.
Yes, it could.
Especially working with cryptocurrency or smart contracts. I mean, it's instantaneous. It's right there. They could have a real good position themselves.
Well, I heard that ADA was going to be good. And, right now, also it's ranked number 7 on the market cap.
Number 7, Cardano is?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, then we have...
And EOS, our favorite.
Yeah. Rod's being sarcastic, folks. Here's the deal. And this guy that commented kind of sarcastically to us. He had a valid point. He made the comment that EOS, that I think he said in his thing that 97. Now EOS, let's talk about them just for a second. They have taken in, I think, more money than any other ICO out there. Huge amounts. They are well financed. Of course, their ICO has lasted about a year. But he made the comment that, and I hadn't read this before, but that 97% of EOS tokens are held in like 7 wallet addresses, meaning probably the owners of EOS is holding all the, I don't know, it's something worth researching, but if his point's valid, great, but at this point, for what we know about EOS, we think it's in the running.
Yeah, and why would it be ranked number 5?
Well, yeah.
And yeah, total supply is 900 million, and the circulating supply is 808 million. It's $10.88 right now. It's down by 2.62 right now. So EOS, I don't think it's that bad. He thinks it is, but I'm an old stupid fart, so I don't know.
Oh, Rod, you're funny. The thing about EOS, they're trying to compete with Ethereum. Not trying. Their platform, and Rod, we've talked about EOS before.
Yeah.
To Ethereum, when you go and use their blockchain and try to put your company on top of it, you have to use the language, the coding language within Ethereum. And they've designed their own language. Now, EOS has used everyday name coding languages to do that, like JavaScript, and I'm not a big computer guy, but
I'm not either.
So it's easier to formulate things on EOS. Plus, they have what they call this parallel processing for their smart contracts, which means they have almost unlimited room for dApps. And we've also talked about dApps, the up-and-coming thing. It was new to us just late last year. We'd never heard that term before. So EOS has got some real progressive things that they're going to use their platform for. Yep. I mean, these smart contracts and this unlimited space for dApps. I mean, think about that. Globally, wow, one platform to do almost everything. That's big stuff to me.
It is.
So it's something that we need to watch. Anyway, we kind of have that on there.
And then, next one is Quantum. What about Quantum?
What about it?
Quantum's got a total supply of 100 million. Circulating supply is 88 million. The 24-hour volume is 226 million. It's ranked number 18. It's $18.99, and it's down by 4.16% as of today.
And they've had some volume pouring into it, it looks like, the last week,
They sure have. They've had a lot of volume. Well, I think it's been pretty good.
Now, Quantum, we haven't done a lot of studying on, folks. It's always, would you say it's number 18 right now, Rod?
Yeah, number 18.
We know that they are still, I think they're in China, and there was one other location too, I think. But they have a mix between Bitcoin and Ethereum smart contracts, and they have a platform for business apps. Again, I don't understand the whole criteria behind it, but I think they're really going to be pushed into the business sector. There's a lot of positive comments about it. I probably should have studied a little more, but we felt because of what we saw and quickly read that Quantum is probably part of it. Matter of fact, I got a little quote, Rod. Let me read. It says, at this moment, Quantum has declared partnership with Baofeng, the most prominent Chinese video portal. This partnership should lead to creating the most significant decentralized blockchain platform ever built, which should help Quantum achieve even the higher price per 1 unit, at the same time potentially making this token bigger than Bitcoin and Ethereum. I don't know how true that is, but if they have that partnership and it's huge and it's in China, that could be real positive stuff.
Well, the thing about coins being from the Orient or Asia is that they are so big into it, and we've talked about that many times. They are so big into these cryptocurrencies. So that's number 18. That's good to me. And plus, I like it because it's below, the total supply is below a billion. I only like to invest in stuff that's in the millions, not billions. Because the potential of the price going up is going to be better.
Yeah. All right, and we got
OMG. OMG is $15 a coin. It's ranked number 19 under Quantum. It's got 140 million supply. It's got 102 circulating. Total volume for the past 24 has been 101 million. That's pretty good.
Yeah, now what's so cool? Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. What I like about it is, again, it's another one that's from the Asian market. It's in China. It's good.
Yeah, they're going to South Asia and some of those countries in these rural areas, folks, where there is no banks or, brick and mortar type things, and they want to make it to where everybody can have some type of financial exchange of value. So obviously it'd be through their phones, because most of these countries, they all have phones, even though they don't have running water in their homes, it seems. So they're working on towards this group of citizens and people that need this. I mean, it's very timely, I think, and can be one of the top projects out there for this. I think they're about the only one working on that too.
Yeah, and they've done quite a big show in the past few days too. They've gone up. I mean, they got a lot of what's that bottom chart called again? Shit, I don't remember.
We can't cuss, Rod. They'll dock us for that.
Oh, sorry.
I know it's just a habit for you, but
it is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. Don't apologize.
Okay. It just comes out. Well, that was my mother's favorite word. She wouldn't cuss, but the only thing she'd say was that when she got really mad.
Yeah.
And she'd say it 3 times in a row.
Now, folks, something to think about too, and Rod, this is a term we used to think of. Have you ever heard of the term, and you have, I'm wondering about other people, follow the money.
That's right.
Follow the money, folks. If you want to investigate something, and this is probably a lousy example, but you can take Al Gore and his global warming platform and use that follow the money. He's the guy who wants everybody to have a carbon footprint in all businesses in all countries, and then you will get docked on your carbon footprint. Well, if you go and investigate all the companies he's trying to bring into that, he's a major investor in them. So if you follow the money, you'll see what his motivation is.
Yep.
And the reason I want to tie that into was
you can't remember.
I'm going to slap myself silly when I get off here. Hey, while you were talking there, I said, ooh, this is a valid point. So anyway, I don't know. We'll cover it next time. Folks, we know there's other coins. Matter of fact, Rod has a favorite coin. Do we want to mention yours too, Rod?
Yeah, Wang Chain.
Wang Chain.
Wang Chain.
And
number 35, 34 on the market cap. Let me pull that up real quick.
I'm going to pull it up with you, Rod.
Wang.
Is it Wayne or Wang? It's Wang.
WAN.
Okay.
Wang chain.
$6.18. Man, it's come up a little bit.
It has. It's come up some. It was $5 and something, but yeah, it's even down today. But it's pretty good. And I don't even know what the freaking.
Don't say it, Rod. Folks, I think Rod's in love with the name. He just something about it, or he's seen some cute chick talk about it, and all of a sudden he loves that platform.
I've heard a lot of people on the network talking about YouTube and other things talk about Wang Chain when it was in the ICO platform. And of course, we know that we can't get involved with it when it's in an ICO, but man, these people say nothing but good things about it and what it's doing, and it's got a great platform. But I haven't totally studied it out.
But no, we've been over to Discord and read comments, and it seems like a solid platform. Now, whether we can contribute to being in long term, we'd have to look at it more. Yeah. But Rod does like that platform.
Dude, I like it. It's pretty good.
Well, folks, again, the whole premise of this was reevaluate your portfolio. See where you're at. Is the tokens and coins you're involved with going to play a part in this whole transition? Are they setting the stage with the platforms you like? Not that we're perfect on the ones we've picked here, but we feel they're in the running. Yeah, so evaluate where you're at. It's not harmful to make adjustments. It's fine. Rod and I are adjustable. If something ain't gonna fit the criteria, we're gonna cash out and put it into something that is. And it's just part of it. You got to be that way. You got to be flexible enough to make your portfolio work to where you'll be in line when this thing cashes in.
Yeah.
And not that we want
to. By next year, Ron and I may be totally different on everything. Who knows?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
but evaluate where you're at. Don't get into things based on emotion. Do your homework. Go after facts. It's to that point anymore. Earlier, yeah, it was all based on emotion and hype, and almost anything you got into would probably make you money, and any ICO. It's not that way anymore. I think you're going to see a lot of these tokens and coins fall by the wayside, and just work on it. Do your homework. And I know you do. That's why you're watching videos like this. I get it. So,
but don't take our word for it. You go out and do it. Do your own exploring.
Yeah, there's a guy who commented. He's worth looking at. He'll tell you what he thinks. Over on. Follow him.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Thanks for watching. We
appreciate y'all very much, and hope you guys like what we brought you. We had fun looking at these, and like Ron said, you got to look at them, and don't be fooled by emotion. You got to look at them see how their platform works and all this, and give us a thumbs up, and God bless.